Alright guys, welcome back to The Long Dark. So we're picking up where we left off at the end of last episode. I think this is episode 18, but don't quote me on that as usual. So obviously we kind of rounded out the last one with our threat of cabin fever. And in a pretty serious way, we were at like 99%, almost there at one point. So between last episode and this episode, all I've really done is I kind of walked over the hill behind my back right now and gathered enough sticks to make the snow shelter. So yeah, I don't know, it's probably not the best place for it. Like, there's probably more creative or better places to put it, but at this point, like, I've just got to get it built. So let's jump in for now, and that way we can look at some of our condition and stuff without getting cold. So we're down to 89%. Not great. We still got a ways to go, but it's better than where we were at. Okay, so let's see what we can do while we just kind of hang out here. Let's I hope none of these are, they're all cured. Okay, let's see what we can eat really quick. Let's go ahead and eat this granola bar, and let's do some reading. And I should probably drink some water. Yeah, we just unfortunately this came upon us at a pretty bad time because it's just been a terrible day outside. So could have come at a better time, I'll say that. All right, reading. Let's finish or work on the Frozen Angler, the ice fishing book.
Never been so hungry in my life.
Should be able to get at least another hour out of it. Okay, so that book's finished. Down to 81%. Let's hop out of here. That moose. Someday your day is coming, Mr. Moose. Okay, let's see. What can we do for now? There's just not, it's just such a terrible day for this to be happening. The weather is just so terrible. It's cold. It is cold. 77%. Let's get back in there for right now, at least.
My stomach feels like an empty pit.
And then let's kind of look at the goings on. So those are still at 100. Cabin fever. We just got to get that down. I'd like to get it down decent enough to where we're able to maybe sleep indoors tonight. Let's see, what kind of warmth does this provide if we sleep in it? 5 degrees, so it's pretty warm outside right now, I think, right? Wasn't it? It's kind of disconcerting. There's like a jagged stick sticking through it. Where did it go? Outside it is 30 degrees, so it's going to get a lot colder than that. Yeah, it's already on its way down. But there's no wind. I don't know. It'll be interesting. It'll be close. What time of day is it? It's kind of early evening. And at least we got the gloves done. Can I drop this in here? No. Okay, well, without eating more, we're not going to be able to ward it off, and I don't want to eat anymore until it's time for bed. So, yeah, we may just go ahead and hang out here for a little while longer. Oh, we're really warming up now. It must have warmed up outside. No, it didn't. It says we're warming up like nobody's business, though. This just happened on a crummy day. It's probably one of course I'm like saying this all now because it's happening, but I feel like this is like one of the worst weather days I've run into in the Interloper and this series so far. But of course, it's just like my opinion right now, because here we are. Alright, well, what are some things we can do? I don't really want to eat anymore right now. I want to get back to saving the food that we have. Because like I would, you know, eat and then read. I think this is the last book that we have left that we haven't touched yet. And I guess the other thing, so the other interior locations, I guess not, they're technically exterior locations that we could go to, like would be a cave of some kind that, and the cave to Milton doesn't count because that's technically an interior location. But we could go to one of the other caves. Obviously there was that little tiny cave that's like right around the corner from Trappers that I kind of tucked into at the, you know, towards the end of the last episode, and that's just not, it's just not deep enough. I'm still gonna get cold there. And then I really can't think of any other caves, like legitimate caves that are anywhere near Trappers. Like that's almost a bad thing about Trappers. Like Mystery Lake, at least we would be able to go over towards the fishing huts, and then there's some caves and things that are, I guess not super close. There's the Overlook Cave, but that can be a little bit of a chore to get to. Yeah, it's just not a good deal. There's not a ton of options. Okay, well, let's hop out of here for now. Won't hang out in there all episode. This is my episode where I hide in my snow shelter the whole time like a turtle. We'll find something to do. That's it. Yeah, it's super cold. Oh, so the air temperature changes. I was like, it's 30 degrees air temperature when we're inside the snow shelter. It's gonna get a lot colder. We won't be able to stay in here, but I didn't realize that the air temperature actually changes from inside and out. So it's 1 degree out here, and it was 30 inside of the actual snow shelter. So what are we doing now? We're still at 77%, but I bet that that's going to drop in just a second because we did spend a decent amount of time outdoors. Gosh, 98%. You are so close. Just get over the hump. So let's see. Do I have 2? Nope, don't need that. 2 cured deer hides because I'm carrying 1, I think. Nope, maybe not. Let's drop these because I don't need to be carrying them anyway. I thought I had another deer hide. Maybe I'm misremembering. Okay, so yeah, we really obviously can't afford to keep spending time in here. I was really hoping that the sapling would be cured and then we would be able to make the bow and then maybe go think about taking out that moose, but it's still not there yet. I guess let me know in the comments, what do you usually do for cabin fever? I don't know that I really have a plan, like standard plan of attack for it. It's just like one of those things you kind of have to deal with, and right now Trapper's Cabin kind of feels like home, so that's why I put the kind of feels like the home base of like everything, so that's kind of why I put the snow shelter there. But you know, if there was a car or something, or obviously an ice fishing hut kind of in this area, I probably would have gone with that instead and just hung out in one of those for a little while, but it wasn't an option, so we couldn't even go that route. Man, that moose is just like, you idiot. It's not super skittish, but I guess they're really not unless you get close to them. Just seeing if it's any warmer in here. It's a little warmer in here, but not meaningfully. I'm only at 25 degrees right now. Yeah, it's down to 71%. We could probably sleep inside tonight if we wanted to, but I think we'll go ahead and just try and sleep in the snow shelter. That way we hopefully wake up in the morning and we're squared away. And then I think just moving forward, I just got to be more observant and cautious about it, so we don't run into this issue every few days. But yeah, we just need to make an effort to probably try and sleep outdoors every 3rd or 4th night or something along those lines. What's up, Mr. Moose? What's up, Mr. Moose? Come on, where are you? There you are. Dude, I'm inside. Leave me alone. I mean, you can charge me, but... No, he is coming. Alright, dude. Kick a guy while he's down. Come on. Now I almost can't leave, though. I keep winding up in these situations. Okay, I think he turned around. I think we're good. Wait. Yeah, he's still going the other way. I thought he came back for some reason. Hiding from a moose in a barn. Is that how you thought we'd spend this episode? Just hanging out. Man, I gotta get that bow done. Should I throw a rock at him? Just anger him. Yeah, I really want to shoot that moose. It's gonna be the last thing I do. I don't want to say if it kills me, because I really don't want to die, but... What's up, Mr. Moose? I'm not contemplating your demise, not at all. Problem is also that with this weather we're getting wet too, which is not ideal. But it's almost night. Let's head back to the snow shelter and make sure that it's looking good to sleep in for the night. And we'll eat and we'll do all that stuff, and then hopefully by morning our maple sapling will finally be cured. We've been waiting forever on it, and we can make that bow and then maybe get wild here with the moose. Hate to waste all my arrows since I only have a couple of them, but it is what it is. Alright, what's the temperature here? So it's 50 degrees. I think we're going to be okay unless we get one of those nights where it's like negative something, like negative 20 or something. Otherwise, we should be able to sleep in here okay. Yeah, it's not quite. Let's go ahead and eat. It's a bunny rabbit. So this will be 450. We're gonna have to eat something else too, though. Peaches really aren't that many calories. Let's eat this. Alright, so what do we have now? 745. I'd like to get a little bit more. Problem is we don't have anything on us right now. I could eat one of these. I'll just go ahead and eat a cattail. So what's that put us at? 890. Can I read for an hour and then go to sleep? I'm not sure how many calories that takes.
Sun setting. It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
Yeah, we're still good. It's a temp 48. Well, let's try it, guys. Let's sleep for a few hours and see what goes on. It's gonna get warmer still too once I do this. Let's try it. All right, we're good. You kind of got to hold your breath when you pull that move.
All I can think about is food.
Time of day is it? It's still not quite close to morning. Our cabin fever risk is just about gone. Might try and wait that out still a little bit. We're finally getting cold in here though, so we lasted just long enough. Yeah, it's 28 degrees, so it's cold, but not horrible. Let's eat another cattail. It's probably too dark to read, actually. Probably should have not done this, but let's try it. Try and read for an hour. Nope, we're able to. No afflictions. Alright, let's go inside, because it's looking nasty. You know, it makes no discernible sense why that's lit up all the time. But I'll be darned if it doesn't look cool. Alright, we can't be out here for but just a second. I just wanted to get a good look at it. No, screw it. It's not worth it. Let's go inside.
Can't feel my hands.
And then I'm betting that it's still not going to be like warm enough or light enough to work on the bow right now. So I'm going to go ahead and sleep for a minute. We'll warm up. I'll make the bow. We'll see if we can get after this moose. Okay, still pretty dark though. So where is my maple sapling? It's gotta be like right.
My stomach feels like an empty pit.
Yeah, standing right on top of it. Alright, it's ready to go. Alright, let's put this out. See if we're able to do this. I'm hopeful that we will be. Survival bow won't. Oh, I put my guts down too. Right. Just one cured gut. Just another. Alright, now there should be no excuse. Yep, there we go. Alright. 10 hours though. Goodness. 6.5 with the improvised. Not bad. Hopefully it's not too dark. Nope, we're good. Oops, I meant to lengthen that, but that's okay. Slowly but surely. I don't know why it sets back to just the knife every time. It's kind of annoying. It's like I wish it just came up with whatever you did before. The time included. Like if I work on it for an hour, then it comes up automatically to an hour. Alright, let's go ahead and drink some water. Unfortunately, we're going to have to make some water again soon. Since I kind of fouled up the last time. I feel like I've been having a run of not bad luck, but just mistakes. haven't done a lot very good lately. I think our condition kind of shows that too. I was completely maxed. Alright, 59 minutes, let's go. It must like, it gets down to a point where you can no longer like flip between like how long and how short you want to do something. Alright, should we go for the moose? Let's check it out. He's not there. Oh my goodness. That is like just par for the course, that he is not here. Alright, well, one thing that we need to do today is get some firewood. So let's work on that right now. Maybe we'll run into him somewhere. Try and keep from getting our cabin fever wrist. We'll spend some time outside today. I guess really, I don't know, the forestry lookout would be a good spot. It's kind of hard to get to though. That's the only downside. Like, it would be a cool place if it had a really easy run up to get to it. Like, it's kind of dead center of the map, and all that jazz. But it's like you have to kind of wiggle your way up to it. But it counts as a outdoor location is the appeal. So like you can be in there and never get cabin fever, but it's not really close to any like good hunting or it's not close to the water for fishing or anything like that. So it's really not a great place in all respects, but it is good in that you can hang out there and not worry about cabin fever. Alright, so we're just gonna basically pick up sticks for the first part of the day probably. How many do we got? Oh, 5. Not nearly enough. We're gonna need to make some water here before too long. Probably, how much water I got? Yeah, we're gonna have to make some before the day's over. Which is a bummer. feel like that's all we've been doing is making water and trying to recover from cabin fever. But what day are we on right now? It's we've managed to survive this thing for quite a while so far. We're doing pretty well. Had a few rushes with death, but nothing major. Just kidding. We've had a ton of major things. I've almost died plenty of times. But it's all about living on that razor's edge. So I will say. Another piece of birch bark. We'll have enough for tea now. Come on. No, I don't want to break that down. I want just loose sticks so I don't have to spend any more time on it than necessary. I guess we'll go ahead and grab this other birch sapling and we'll get started curing that and make some more arrows. I don't have any more arrowheads, which is a bummer, but at least like we can repair ones that are broken. That is kind of a obstacle we're dealing with the moose too, is I've only got the 2 arrows, so we're gonna have to be pretty precise in trying to get them. Like it's gonna have to be a headshot probably. Otherwise we'll probably just watch him either try and immediately murder us or run away. Probably the former. He'll probably come for us right away once we shoot him if we don't kill him right away. So we got that to look forward to, assuming that we're going to move forward with killing the moose. We could always try and take something else down, like a deer in the meantime. That way we've got some solid food. Although I'm trying to think in Interloper or Mystery Lake where deer spawns and like what would be ideal. Obviously in like I think up to Stalker and stuff, there's a ton of deer over there by Trapper's Cabin, but not in Interloper. So yeah, just kind of thinking out loud, trying to figure out what our best plan is going to be. I do need to be careful. I think there's wolves up here, so we don't want to run right out there. Let's maybe go to the top of this hill and get a lay on the land. Maybe we can stop into Mystery Lake for a little while. Put that away until I need it. Man, we had some smooth sailing over in Milton. I'm really kind of feeling that way now. Things went really well for us there. And now we're back at Mystery Lake and things have kind of unraveled a little bit, but honestly, if we hadn't run into the issue with cabin fever, I think we would be a lot better off right now. So we wouldn't have had to walk around all day in that really crummy weather. So that had a large part to do with it. Oh well, that is the way Interloper goes. Hopefully the moose will be back in the next couple days or something, so we can try and get him, try and bring him down, and we'll have, I mean, plenty of food for a good while. I mean, we'll be able to just live off the moose for gosh, I don't know, a couple in-game weeks maybe? I'm trying to think of how much you get. It's a lot of meat, plus a ton of guts, so we can make a ton of stuff out of the guts too.
Need to find some place to escape this
plus the pelt, which we could probably, I mean, we'd still need to determine whether or not we want to make the satchel or the cloak. I personally would prefer the cloak, I mean the satchel, just because it's nice to have the ability to carry that extra bit of weight, but I'm kind of toying with the idea of making the cloak instead, so we've got just a huge coat to keep us warm. But it's kind of like a double whammy with that coat, because like we'd be giving up the pelt to make the cloak and not the satchel, so we'd be missing out on that like 10 extra pounds of carry weight. And then that coat is so heavy, right, that like you're losing the ability to carry more weight, and you're putting something in your inventory that weighs a boatload. So kind of a catch-22 there. I don't know. Be nice if we could make both of them, huh? And the satchel would pretty much make up for the weight of the cloak on its own. And I'd like to get the technical backpack at some point, obviously for the weight that adds for you, and the crampons would be great too for climbing ropes and whatnot, but I'm a little leery of Ash Canyon just because I run into a lot of crashes in there with the game, so it just would probably be a pain in the butt to do. Not saying that we're not going to do it, but I'm just a little worried about it is all. Okay, so we've got a ton of sticks. Probably duck into the camp office here for a minute and warm up. And yeah, sometimes there's a deer here. I don't see one, but maybe we'll come across one here in the near future. Let's get inside and get warmed up. Alright, so we're warming up. Yeah, just seeing if I left anything here. Doesn't look like it. Oh, I have 2 pots up here. I kind of forgot about that. That's cool. So this is really the spot where we want to be making water. Honestly, this is probably the spot where we should be hanging our head.
I need to drop something.
Yeah, you always do. I'm trying to think what all I've got over at the trapper's cabin right now. Obviously the moose is on my mind, so we'll, like, if we're gonna kill that moose, we're gonna call trapper's home. Oh, and I forgot about this. It's probably just about done. No, 95%. This is probably gotta be, nope, 90. Wow, I really thought that those would be kind of turning south at this point, but they're doing okay. It's in septic I see over there. Yeah, let's drop this and get this going. Move it out of the way. Can I put it on the bed? I can, it just has to be in like the perfect spot. Let's just drop it on the floor. Being too particular, I don't need it on the bed. And let's just pick up some of these things that we've just kind of scattered about. So put this on the shelf. Let's grab the other one. Those books, I don't know, like I could read them, but there's no point in reading them. Gunsmithing and the shooting guide. Because, I mean, there's no rifles or anything, and then there's really no point in gunsmithing without, you know, having a rifle. So, I don't know. They're good firewood, I guess. That's probably what I'll need to do with them. That's probably why I left them there. Let's see, what else we got going? So I do need to kind of find some food soon. I said I need to make water, which I might as well go ahead and start that process here. Let's see, I don't remember what the weather was like outside, if it makes sense to try and start a fire with the magnifying glass or not, but let's take a look and see. It's awfully windy. Awfully windy. So we might be able to start one if we get like on the back side of the building. But I really doubt it. Let's give it a go. See? Oh, 60%. It's worth a shot. Am I right? Better than using a match, anyway.
Come on. Come on.
So far, so good. Let's get this bad boy started. Get some water going. So we'll probably spend the night here at camp office. Okay, let's get some fuel in there. Put the old torch in. And the stick. Is that enough for a torch? Cool. We just got our raised our fire starting level, so that's cool. Ooh, I better be careful with the torch so it doesn't go out. I do believe they blow out if you know, like you're out in the wind or something like that. I think the wind can blow out your torch, so just need to be kind of cautious. All right, so let's start a fire. We will use the torch, obviously. 75% chance. Let's go for it. Shouldn't be an issue, but you never know. like I said, you never know. We're actually running down our supply of cattail heads. I've dropped so many of them. Now I'm like, ah, dang, I wish I had some more. But we needed to drop them when we did, because we had a ton of them at one point. We had like 30 or 40, I think. And we were so heavy. I think I dropped a ton on the before the rope to go into Milton, and so like we needed to, otherwise we weren't going to be able to climb that. Yeah, we really didn't get a ton of. Okay, 4 hours. So if we're quick, we can make 2 gallons. Okay, so let's put this out. Okay, well, we're at a point where I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. It's kind of weird. I feel like I'm just getting a crazy sense of deja vu that this is like almost exactly where we were last time, but I think I'm just misremembering that. But anyway, we'll go ahead and wrap up here for the episode, and then I'm basically just going to go ahead and see this water through and get it all boiled and let the fire run its course, and then we'll probably just go ahead and sleep through the night here, and then make our way back over towards Trappers in the morning. And hopefully that moose will be there, and so maybe at the beginning of next episode we'll finally be looking to take him down. Anyway, so that's kind of what I'm thinking from here. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, if you have any opinions or anything, or maybe you've got a good way to deal with cabin fever. Definitely let me know that, because clearly I'm kind of a mess when it comes to cabin fever. And yeah, if you're new here and enjoyed the episode, just hit that subscribe button in the lower right hand corner of the screen, and that'll kind of help you well, that'll help me for sure. It helps me grow the channel, it helps me kind of indicate that I've got the right kind of content and stuff coming out. Yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one.